Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about the top growth stocks to buy going into October. Now, a lot of these growth stocks are going to be more of a higher risk, higher reward type plays. A couple of them definitely carry a lot of long-term potential, but some of them are also some swing trades that I'm looking at. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and overall, I hope you guys get something of value out of this video. And if you do, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because at the end of the day, subscribing, liking, it really helps me out. So make sure you guys do that right now. So guys, the very first stock that I am buying going into October is AMD. AMD has seen some sell-off off its highs. Now, one thing we all noticed is it did find some support near and around this $100 mark, right? It came in contact several times, and we got buying pressure every single time. Now, there's definitely some resistance here at about 114, but I think we'll get a squeeze from 108 to 114, and hopefully get a breakout from 114 to 122. But even if that play doesn't play out, the long-term outlook for AMD is really strong. We have a beautiful upward trend. Major resistance at this 102. My overall price target for next year is going to be around 130 to 135. I think that's a very fair price target. AMD is growing at a very rapid rate. And not to mention the overall use of these cryptocurrencies, AMD is just really thriving off that as well, because how people get crypto is you can either mine it or buy it. And the miners use AMD and the company, so it's just growing really fast. And I think this is just a fantastic stock to buy, and I would highly recommend it. Moving on to stock number 2 is the one and only SoFi. We did buy this a while back around 114, right on that support line. So now the overall look for this is to get a breakout of 1750 all the way up to about 24. I think it's going to be a little sluggish though. It might hit some resistance near this $20 mark, but still is a pretty solid swing trade, and the overall outlook for SoFi is really strong. So for me, even if this thing hits $20 or $24, I'll probably just sell a little bit of my shares just to make sure I'm in the green, and then I'll just hold the rest for a long-term investment, because I still think this company is really promising. It's a huge competitor with Robinhood, M1 Finance, TD Ameritrade, and the overall app is fantastic. You can take out loans. They have credit cards, debit cards. It's an awesome financial tool that I would recommend for a younger base because of how easy they make it to keep track of your finances. Now, stock number 3 that I am looking at is Nike. Nike did release their earnings, and you guys can see it pretty much went south, right? The stock went from about 159, just about to rebound, fell all the way down to about 147. So this is one that I'm actually currently buying. I think it's going to find some support near that because it has that resistance near. And stocks have a tendency to use old resistance as new support. Even if that doesn't pan out, there's that 200 moving average line stepping in right there. So it's just a matter of time before we start seeing some buying pressure step in. The overall outlook for Nike is really strong too. Just another fantastic undervalued stock, even though I think they missed part of their earnings, but that's no big deal. Stock number, what is this, 4, I believe, is Facebook. Facebook, I did buy a little bit down in here at around 4. It was about 345, so about right here, almost at the very bottom. But I wish I could have got in, around that 340 mark. But we're still up on our investment, and it's still extremely undervalued. So I think the overall outlook for Facebook is super promising as well. We have a beautiful upward trend, resistance at around 384. Right now, it's $30 off its highs. That just brings so much opportunity to buy in on a solid discount. You guys can clearly see nice upward trend, resistance here, sold off, good opportunity to buy in on a discount and hold it. Facebook carries a ton of long-term potential, so it's just an absolute no-brainer of an investment. Now, this is another one that I am currently swing trading. This is ACCO. I called this one out yesterday. Does have some resistance here at around $9.78. Major support near this 850 mark. I got in right around 890, so I'm up quite a bit on my money. Up over 4% today. I might limit out some of my shares at about, ideally I wanted to get out at like in the 940s, But if we can't, we're still up on our money. And this is one that I'm looking at to either buy more of, see what's going on with it, or sell all of my shares for sure at around $9.77. So this is one that I'm currently swing trading right now. Dividend cash flow, upward trend. Lately, it's just been consolidating, but still a good one. There's still a ton of other ones that are, really, really promising. Tesla is breaking out of some resistance. We have some stuff going on with AMZN, which is Amazon. You guys can see it's sold off quite a bit from its highs. That always brings a little bit of some opportunity coming in contact with that 200 moving average line. So I think there's a lot of options this month. Historically, October's kind of been a sluggish month, and it always picks up in November and then finishes always pretty strong around the end of the year going into the new year. So I'm super excited to see kind of what goes on with what goes on with the stock market this month. But these are like really the top 6 stocks that I am going to be buying, or at least heavily watching for sure. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, hit that like button, and we'll see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care.